Scorpio. How are you? I just did a couple, like 3 daily readings, and they were wild. And that would make sense that you would be next because Scorpios are like, I'll tell you what, strong, strong. Scorpios are strong. My goodness. You know, it's like Scorpios were made to live in, not afraid to see the dark, not afraid of it. And that I really give you credit for, I'll tell you. So let's get this started, right? This is for the October 16th through the 31st, and happy Halloween, by the way. Tell me what you're going to do for Halloween. Okay? I'm just trying to get some cards to pop here. I'm still trying to work on my shuffling skills, this type anyway. Let's take this one here. This is the Ten of Cups. So this is great because Ten of Cups is about fulfillment. And this deck is a little bit different. So I like to learn. So I take a couple hours a day and kind of learn, okay, about different decks, different books. Some have to do with certain decks, some don't. But this here in the Raven's Tarot, the Dream Raven Tarot, is about looking to like source to help us with what we truly love, like looking for guidance from the divine to bring happiness to others around us. Isn't that cool? To our families and to others around us. And that would not be the typical way, Hierophant, that people have looked at the Ten of Cups. It is abundance, it is happiness, but how to bring that, pay it forward, like in these waves. With the cups full. The Hierophant is the way we've always done things. It's a tried and true way, but it's almost like he's determined in the way he's done things. But he also looks like he's on a boat, or maybe he's on a ledge. We don't really know where he's at, do we? But it's the way we've done things, what I know is right and what's just, and that's good. That's good. The ways that have worked, okay? So let's get the next card. What has worked in the past? What has shown success in the past? This is about being honest about what does work, and I'm going to leave it there for a minute. We have the cross on him, so it's about, in a way, spirituality. It's also a way about tried and true ways. Yeah, that's it. Not going to pop her. I'm going to have to take the bottom of the deck in a minute. Okay, try one more time. Come on, give me one. Okay. Maybe I need to do that. Flip them. Oh, there it is, right there. It wasn't in the right direction. So, sorry about how long it took, Scorpio. 5 of Pentacles. This is interesting. Because I read these cards in this deck a little while ago, and they just happened to come up this way. What I do is, if you're learning tarot for somebody, just flip the card and look at the deck, and just take time, and every day, look at something simple. Somebody, you ask about somebody, and just flip them and read what they say, and you'll find insight, and that'll stick with you. The important stuff will stick with you. So I used to worry, what if I can't remember all this? The important stuff will stick with you, and it'll be different for different things you're reading. I like when that happens. So, the 5 of Pentacles, this is about maybe not being honest about a situation where we're saying that we're the outsider, like things haven't been fair. Maybe we're not honest about our part in it, that we could have gone into that. Say if we were outside and it was cold, right? And we were looking for shelter. Oh, and it could be that place of kind of feeling sorry for ourselves, of being outside and it's cold and nobody cares. But maybe nobody knows we're out there. Maybe we haven't talked to anybody in a while. Maybe we told everyone to leave us alone, that we don't need them. I mean, there's so many reasons why we could be feeling this way. Maybe we lied to people. And then so they can't trust us anymore. Maybe there's reasons why we're feeling like this. And they are within our control. Maybe they were within our control. And there's a question here whether we're being honest about where we're at in our current situation. Okay? All right. So let's look at the energy between the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant. So what a stark difference. So the way we've been doing it may be to shut other people out, but trying to justify that works for us, right? If I shut people out and I don't tell people how I feel, then I don't burden them. When maybe I don't burden them when maybe they need to know when you need help. Maybe they need to know when you feel bad, when they hurt your feelings, that your feelings are hurt, instead of just cutting them off or shutting them out. Okay? So really paying it forward would be to open your emotions to other people and not just hold them all to yourself here. Okay? You don't want to share this. Boy, are these tight. These are tight. I don't want to talk about it. It's hard to talk about our feelings, especially when we hold them so well, huh? Yeah, especially when we feel like we're not in balance. We're not healing, that we could crack. You know, there's this thing about this Temperance Reverse, which is, this is a Hierophant is Taurus. Temperance is Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be. It just represents the energy. Temperance Reverse could be that there's a, maybe, you know, it could speak of overindulgence in like drinking or some kind of drug or alcohol, or some kind of addiction, okay? And the need to conquer that addiction. But it could also be just feeling emotionally like I can't even talk about it or I'm going to lose it. And I don't want people to see me lose it. See, that's, okay, you're just not ready yet. And so that would be maybe a reason why you might isolate yourself. I don't want people to know how bad they hurt me, that I'm vulnerable, that they got to me, okay? Boy, that's really coming in pretty clear there. Okay, and still not wanting to get another card between Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles. Let's talk about what happened. What happened? What's going on here? Oh my gosh. Gosh, you guys. Wow. Okay, I'm try to be patient. I'm not the most patient person. Don't want to talk about it. I'll be all right. I don't want to talk about it. As I say that a lot, Scorpio. Don't let them know they got to me. Okay. Now, this one is almost like I wanted to come out, flip in both directions. So I'm going to do this here. It's a way it felt. So, there's a need to be, okay, I'm comfortable where I am. Okay, so you're saying, I'm good. There's no problem with this. But then this is still lingering here. So this is what you're used to doing, though. See, as a Hierophant, this is what's been working for you. You know, we think things have been working, but really we're still kind of not growing in certain areas. So at some point we're almost pushed to grow, right? Because the universe wants to see progression. They want to see growth. They want to see things get better. And, you know, if we don't push past our own, sorry, my nose itches, certain barriers, we don't get to that growth that we need. So Hermit, oh yeah, I'm fine. I've dealt with it, but not really. It's saying here, no, not really dealt with it. So not being comfortable in it, just kind of putting it over here and not talking about it. So being comfortable with it would be to the need to talk about it, to tell others and share that part of you that they didn't think that they maybe have not, just you just didn't care. So you get this dual-sided to this being shut out, okay? Being the outsider, that they feel like you don't want to be included because you're not sharing that part of yourself. Like, hey, that hurt my feelings. And how do you tell somebody that when you feel that it will make you so vulnerable? Okay? I'm going to get the energy between these two. It doesn't make us weak to be emotional. It doesn't make us weak to... People need to know when they hurt us. Especially like air signs, because we just get to like blah, 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 like nobody, we don't mean to hurt people. And a lot of people don't, and yet we do. Just like it hurts other people when you don't share when you're hurt. And you're going, well, how does that work? It does. It matters. Because you matter. We matter. Here we go. Two of Cups. Because we need to make better choices. If we're in balance, we can help other people be in balance, and it helps balance us and our relationships. Everything, what is within us, is on the outside of us. So we can have close relationships. We can make good decisions, and soulmate, and twin flames, and whatever you want to call it. Both sides of ourselves, the masculine and feminine sides of ourselves. And then we can respect that in others when they feel weak and when they can't speak their truth because it hurts too much. By dealing with ours, it allows us to see that in other people. It opens up a bigger range of experiences. It really does. All right, so we're just going to get a few more cards. This is Magical Dimensions. They're just beautiful cards. Okay. Yeah. Guardians. This is shielding, defense, and warning. Okay. I like that. Okay, I'm going to stop. This is why. Shielding, defense, and warning. So you have angels that help protect you. Okay. So they're asking me to read this. 37. There's a reason why you're standing off, but okay, this will probably give you the insight. So the Guardians resonates to that of guardianship of the soul. When a soul faces adversity or challenge, it is always innately guided to shield its sacredness from undue harm. There exist many forms of guardians among the various universes, and they serve to also ensure the safety of preservation of the sacred sites, portals, souls, and wisdom of the light. Guardianship is a responsibility that these dimensional beings are honored to have. Excuse me. Look at the signs around you carefully. Your guardian angel, spirit guide, higher self, and other supportive light being is trying to get your attention. This may be a time to guard yourself from a toxic situation or energy vampire, or it may be a warning of a future concern. Also, elevate your own shielding mechanisms. Do you have any? If so, are they working? If not, revisit and strengthen them. So, your companion crystals are black obsidian, smoky quartz. And the essential oil is helichrysum. So, being asked to look at these again, okay? paying something forward, happiness, having great happiness. Looking at the Hierophant, I mean, that's the way we've always done things. Five of Pentacles, feeling like an outsider, okay? Not sharing your emotions. Not being vulnerable, but feeling off balance because of it. Needing to integrate some of this. But unable to see what it is you need to integrate. So this here is like a balancing yourself, both sides of yourself, okay? Go back to this. That maybe we are lying. So let's go back to like the self-sabotage bit of this Five of Pentacles. If we're trying to be around people we know, maybe doing things the way everybody else does, but it doesn't quite feel right, might be why we're blocking it ourselves, why we're not wanting to share that part of ourselves. Maybe it's a point of being like your higher self is guarding yourself. Does that make sense? Okay. So, making better decisions in relationships, but most of all with the relationship with yourself. Tell me, Scorpio, what is it are you supposed to be guarding? Who is it you're supposed to be guarding? Because there's something bigger here. Who is it you have not been guarding? It's almost like they're saying, you should have been guarding somebody. But there was a distraction here of not being part of something instead of maybe understanding that you never were part of it. That's why they've been stealing your energy. You were always supposed to be on the outside, but there's a need to rebalance yourself right here. Get away from the drugs or alcohol or whatever it is that's stealing your energy vampires, so you can get back to who you are, back to the place where you're supposed to be doing this work you're supposed to be doing. It feels a bit big. It does. So, I think Mercury's retrograde in Scorpio, so it's a good time to dig out some of that. Mercury retrograde is about sorting through information. Mercury. Okay. So, anything else? There's a warning. How have you been defending yourself? How have you been shielding the energy vampires? People stealing from you, taking from you, shutting you out. You're already above that. And so the need to protect your energy, because this is happening to scatter your energy. So get a hold of this. Balance this emotion, because they're taking from you, okay? Don't allow them making you feel separated. You already are. You're bigger than this. You always were. Okay? And that is where we're going to start for you this month, the end of the month. Now, and you know what I mean. Okay. I love you. And this is some great insight for you. Take care.